Hi, my name is Colby Sharp. I'm a fifth grade teacher in Michigan, and today we're going to be talking about Stamped for Kids. And you may have read Stamped last year, but now we have this new version, Stamped for Kids, where Sonja Cherry Paul took Jason's version of Stamped and brought it to an audience of about 10 to 14 years old. And that's the age that I teach. I teach 10 into 11-year-olds for the most part as a fifth grade teacher. And holy smokes, she did such an amazing job. And they had Rachelle Baker do some illustrations in it as well. And those are powerful and beautiful. This is just such an important book. And you probably have already bought this or read this. So I was thinking about like, why do I make these videos? And I make these videos to try to help educators find great books or caregivers find great books to share with kids. And I feel like everyone already is going to get a chance to share this book. And probably like the only people who are gonna actually watch this video are like the haters who are like Googling Stamped for Kids and then like saying bad things about it. Because what I found is when I talk about books like this, then a lot of people come along and just say awful things. And I think that proves the point, that's a weird sentence, but that kind of like helps me to realize like, yeah, we do need to be talking about books like this. And these books like this are having an impact because people are scared and they're not liking it. And those people often look like me, right? Like white dudes. And I'm thankful that I can learn through books like this. I'm thankful that I can find things to help me teach through books like this. And I'm so thankful that this book exists in the world. I just wanted to show you like the inside of it so you can kind of get a feel for how accessible this book is going to be for those young readers. Because when young readers open up a book, and this book is actually also has a lot of, I guess you can just kind of see the difference here. Let's just look at here. You can just kind of see the difference, because like for a lot of 10 to 14 year olds, especially like the ones that I teach 10 to 11 year olds, like this is, all those words on the page are intimidating, but you can see here we have space, we have space, we have space, we have images. You have these really cool parts where we pause and kind of take a step back and get a little more information and then unpause. It's really well designed, and you can tell that Dr. Cherry Paul did an amazing job of thinking about those young readers and wanting to make this information as easy for them to digest as possible so that they can be thinking about hard things and challenging their thinking and just growing their minds. And they're not going to be frustrated with all of the text on the page. That might sound weird, but as someone who sees kids open up books and look at lots of text sometimes and then instantly put the book away, I know how important that is. I think that this book is going to help me as a teacher. There are a lot of things in this book that are in my curriculum that are, as a fifth grade teacher, we basically study this land here that we now call the United States of America from like the beginning through the Revolutionary War. And there's a lot in here. And I think that racism is a weird thing to talk about, especially in today's, not weird, it's a challenging thing to talk about in today's climate and with families coming with all different perspectives and students. Race is something that a lot of these kids have never, ever talked about. They think of race as like Black History Month and let's read about Dr. Martin Luther King. And books like this are going to help us to have hard conversations, but also help kids to they're going to have more hope, I think, when reading this. I think the very beginning where they talk about the big lie of how racism started is so fascinating and so important. I can honestly say like pretty much everything in this book, if I would have read this book like right out of college, I would have known like hardly anything at all. Isn't that terrifying? Like the history of racism, and I would have known like none of it. Like our very little, our very surface level things. So I'm just so thankful that a book like this exists. I don't think you need me to convince you that this is a book that you need, but I just wanted, I guess, almost just put my stake in the ground that like this book is important and this book matters, and all libraries and classrooms and homes would benefit from having this book in them. It's so good. So Stand for Kids, if you haven't checked it out, if you haven't read it, please check it out, please read it. If you read this one, you probably learned a lot like I did, and then this is gonna help these young readers so much. There is so much in this for so many kids. So hope you get a chance to check it out. It's phenomenal. I promise you won't regret it. If you are here because you just wanted to say bad things about this book because you're kind of scared, please just read it. And like, chances are you probably just found this video and then commented and then left and didn't actually watch the whole thing. But if you did, then thanks for watching. I hope you'll check it out. If you'd like to talk about it, let me know. I'd love to talk more about this book, and maybe we can all learn together. So thank you again for tuning in. My name is Colby Sharp. I hope you have an awesome, fantastic day.